You know, as a reviewer, I see a lot of handhelds come across this desk. When the Retroid Pocket G2 showed up, I'll be honest, I wasn't really expecting to be impressed. I was about to overlook this device entirely and just buy the Retroid Pocket 6. I unboxed it, and it felt, nice. It felt like the Retroid Pocket 5. I set it up, installed a few PC games using GameHub Lite, and then I just kinda tucked it in my sling bag. I had to go pick up my car that I left with my brother to use for a week, and I figured I'd let him try a game on it when I got there. So I get there, I show him, I load up Megabonk. It's a great looking indie, perfect for testing on a system like this. He starts playing it and it kinda hits me. These are the same FPS numbers that I was seeing on the AYN Thor. And then I get thinking, there's no way that can be right, but it is. The game is buttery smooth, it loads crazy fast, and I'm just standing there thinking this thing is working way too good for a $200 handheld. So I went home and ran some benchmarks, and the benchmarks make things very, very clear. This little $199 handheld was trading blows with the best AYN has been giving us for years. Just look at Antutu's GPU scores. The G2 scores 417,000 and the AYN Thor 396,000. The Odin 2 Portal 405,000. This $199 device is beating the GPU performance of $300+ Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 flagships. This shouldn't be happening, but it was. I was ultimately ready to record. I was gonna come on here and tell you that the Retroid Pocket G2 at $199 was the undisputed king of handheld value. But then something happened. I remembered the price and the specs for the Retroid Pocket 6, and everything changed. The Retroid Pocket 6 is only $209. That's a $10 difference, and you get a lot for $10. You get that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, a known, tested flagship tier chip. The screen is also 120Hz AMOLED, double the refresh rate of the G2's AMOLED at only 60Hz, and the battery is 6,000 mAh, a 20% increase over the G2's 5,000. Here's the real killer. For the first time ever, after years of community feedback, Retroid is offering the option if you want the D-pad or the left stick up top. You get a lot of different color options, and you can customize it to your liking. So I had to reframe this entire review from is the G2 the new value king to who on earth is the G2 for? First, a disclaimer, Retroid did send this G2 over for review, but as always, these are my 100% honest, unfiltered thoughts. They have, of course, no input on my script, and they're not seeing this video before you. Let's be clear, for what you get for $199 is, on its own, quite phenomenal. This is the premium Retroid Pocket 5 chassis. It feels dense and solid, not hollow. The plastic has a great matte texture. Even on my black model, it's actually quite good at resisting fingerprints, although the all-glass front can be really smudgy. If that bothers you, definitely get a different color. The ergonomics are just right. Unlike the blocky RP4 Pro, this one has rounded corners and proper built-in ergonomic grips. It's comfortable for long gaming sessions, but it's also extremely thin and portable. The controls here are also excellent. All joysticks, so no drift ever. One personal tweak that I made here, I actually pulled off the stock joysticks and put the ones that AYN sells. This gives them a little bit more height. This also makes them a lot more grippy, which I found makes joystick heavy games, especially Steam gaming, a lot more comfortable. However, the stock joysticks are perfectly fine. This is essentially just personal preference. I did this for a little bit extra height. It's a rubber membrane D-pad, classic Retroid. The triggers on this are full analog. They have a nice range of motion, but they don't stick out far enough to get caught in your pocket. These are also really nice and rounded on the edge. You don't feel that when you put your finger there. Retroid did a fantastic job on the RP5, and a lot of that carried right over to this. My only nitpick is the face buttons. They feel a tad small to me, but they're perfectly placed. They're high quality and they don't rub on the openings of the shell. This is a $199 device and it feels very much like a $300 device. And the part that makes the whole experience work is this screen. It's a 5.5 inch 1080p 60Hz AMOLED panel and it's gorgeous. The blacks are perfect, colors are extremely vibrant, and the pixel response is instant. There's zero ghosting or motion blur. It's a 10 out of 10 panel. If you don't know about the RP6, because that has a 120Hz screen, the software is clean and snappy. I loaded up Daiji Show on mine, but Beacon works really well too. Even the 8GB of RAM kind of feels like it's enough. The catch, the real catch, is the storage. This is where Retroid obviously saved the money. It's 128GB of UFS 3.1 storage, and if you look at AYN's flagships, they're all using UFS 4.0, which is dramatically faster, and 128GB feels extremely lacking for what this chip is capable of. When you can run PC games via GameHub Lite, you're not dealing with 500MB ROMs, you're dealing with 5 to 10GB games. The 128GB disappears extremely fast. And that all brings me back to the performance and why this is so odd. Because the G2 with its lesser chip is still a monster. The G2 runs a fantastic power profile. It can run turnip drivers, emulation for anything, PS2, GameCube. They all run exceptionally well. And for PC gaming, you're not playing stuff like Fallout 4, but you can play a huge library of lighter indies. You can even run older AAA titles, like the original Skyrim, not Skyrim SE. This device, in a void, is a home run. It's an amazing performer. It's fantastic value. When it comes to practical use, specifically battery life and thermals, I ran 2 tests. For lighter emulation like Pokemon Red on Game Boy, I saw an impressive 12 hours and 30 minutes of battery life, with an average temperature of just 31 degrees Celsius. This was in standard performance mode with the fan off. Pretty remarkable considering the cost for extended gaming sessions. When pushing something harder, the battery life dropped to about 8 hours and 20 minutes. That was with Sonic Adventure 2 on DC. The average temperature rose to about 37 degrees Celsius, but that's still very manageable and comfortable. Even for light indies on GameHub, you're looking at around 45 to 50 degrees Celsius. It's not bad at all. I recommend leaving the performance in standard performance mode, then just set the fan to smart. So the numbers confirm it's not just powerful, but it's also efficient enough for real-world gaming on the go. So it brings me back to that one question, with the Retroid Pocket 6 sitting there at just $10 more. Why does the G2 exist? Honestly, I think Retroid mispriced this. It's a really odd handheld. It's great value for what it is. On its own, this is one of the best $200 handhelds ever made. The problem is though, Retroid just made the best $209 handheld ever made, and it's better in every single way. If the G2 was like $179.99 or even $189.99, this review would be completely different. A $20 or $30 gap would create a perfect value proposition. It would be the extreme value tier, and the RP6 would be the clear pro upgrade. But at $199 versus $209, it's really a no-brainer. Just wait for the RP6. So who is this device for? It's for people that must have a handheld right now. The G2 is shipping, and the RP6 isn't until January of 2026. It's for people for whom that $10 is an absolute hard-locked budget limit, and I think that's it. I've been in this hobby for a long time. I started this channel 4 years ago with the Anbernic 351p, and since then I've seen few monumental leaps. The Odin 2, the Z1 Extreme handhelds, and now this generation. Portable gaming saved my hobby. At the end of the day, I don't always have the energy to sit at a desk, but these devices, they fit into those small, quiet moments in your day. And the G2 is one of those amazing devices. It's just been overshadowed by its own bigger brother. So my final verdict: the Retroid Pocket G2 is a fantastic handheld, hamstrung by a bizarre marketing decision. It's genuinely crazy value for what you're getting. But for $10 more, the Retroid Pocket 6 is the actual insane value champ. But that's my take. Is Retroid's pricing just weird? Or is it still the right call at $199? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.